This is Wakako, a very busy third-year high school student whose English speaking skills are really very good, above average for a Japanese high school student. So, how did she get such good English speaking skills? Did she attend schools with excellent English programs? Do her parents speak English? No. Did Wakako have a burning desire for learning English that made it easy and fun for her to spend time studying English? No, absolutely not. In fact, Wakako hated English when she was in elementary school. The reason Wakako now has above average English speaking skills is because her mom wouldn't let her quit English and made her practice English a little every day. So, does Wakako still hate English? No. In fact, Wakako plans to use English in her future career. I think Wakako has a lot of useful information for parents who want to raise English-speaking children. I know you'll enjoy her talk.
Hello, I'm Wakako Tetsu. I'm a third-year student at Showa Gakuin Shuwa High School in Makuhari, Chiba. I want to speak English because in the future I want to be an English-speaking lawyer. When I was 5 years old, my mom decided my older sister and I should become English speakers. She didn't ask us if we wanted to speak English. I'm glad she didn't because I would have said no. My mother chose Gail to be our English teacher. With Gail, we learned English by speaking English. The classes were very small, so we could communicate with Gail a lot. We did a lot of repetitive speaking practice, the same way people practice sports. We didn't do fill in the blank worksheets. And we didn't do much reading in the lesson. That was homework. We spoke in simple sentences and then we wrote those sentences. We also looked at pictures and made stories about them. Then we wrote down the stories. For homework, Gail asked the parents to show their children English YouTube videos. Gail made videos for us that matched the English we were learning in the lesson, and she also recommended other good YouTube channels. Mom made sure we watched the videos almost every day. We watched them after breakfast for about 20 minutes. Then, when we were older, about 8 and 9, we started choosing English videos by ourselves just because we liked to watch them. Mom didn't have to tell us anymore. When I was about 8, I started to really hate the English lessons. I didn't want to go at all. I cried and pouted. I thought, why do I have to do this awful thing? It has nothing to do with my life. My friends didn't have to do it. My sister had a purpose for learning English. She wanted to travel to other countries. But I didn't have a purpose. Fortunately, my mom didn't let me quit, and eventually I stopped hating the lesson. Now, I'm so glad she didn't listen to me. I realize English is very variable. It will give me many more opportunities in the future. Gail asked me to talk about my English education in junior high and high school. In junior high, the other students and even the teachers were impressed with my English skills. That gave me confidence. I believed I could succeed at English and that made me like it. I was super busy in junior high school. I had many things to do before and after school, so I couldn't practice speaking English so much. But I still managed to watch Gail's homework videos. And my sister and I found a BBC children's series called Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom. We loved those videos. In my junior high school English lessons, we didn't speak much English. The teacher tried to use English and I could understand what they were saying, but most students couldn't. We did one thing I thought was useful. We had to pick out about 10 sentences from our textbook to make a story. Then we had to tell the story to the teacher. I wanted to practice speaking English, but the system doesn't emphasize speaking skills. We had a lesson with the native speaking teacher once a week, but it wasn't very useful for most students because they couldn't understand anything he said. The Japanese teacher had to translate everything. Sometimes I was a translator. The native speaking teacher often had us play games, but the games weren't useful or even fun, and the teacher had to talk about Canadian culture, but I don't think that's what's useful either. We can learn about Canadian culture on the internet. I think practicing speaking skills would have been better. From now, I'll talk about English education at my high school. The students at my high school are serious about entering universities that require a high level of English, so they put a lot of effort into learning English, and quite a few of my classmates want to study abroad to learn English. At my high school, the first and second year students have 8 English classes a week. 4 classes are grammar lessons, mostly in Japanese, and 4 classes are English communication. In those classes, students read passages in their textbook out loud and then discuss them. And 4 classes are English communication. In those classes, students read passages in their textbook out loud and then discuss them. I'm a third year student and we have a different schedule. We have 6 classes a week in English. 4 classes are English communication. 2 classes are writing classes to prepare us for the entrance examination. In my communication class, we read the topics in our textbooks and then we discuss them. First, we discuss in small groups and then the whole class has a discussion and then we have a question and answer session. Even though everyone tries to speak in English during the discussions, it is too hard for most students, so we speak Japanese a lot. I think we need a native speaking teacher, but the native speaking teacher should not just speak in front of a class of 30 students. That is not what we need. We can listen to English at any time we want on social media. We need a native speaking teacher to meet with small groups of students, maybe 5 at a time, at least once a week. And the students should be divided into appropriate speaking levels. Now, I want to talk about my family's role in my English education. My family played a big role. My mother gave me English conversation lessons and also made sure we watched English videos almost every day. My sister was very important too. We used to speak to each other in English. We pretended we were the host on English-speaking TV. My father always encouraged us. When my sister and I spoke English together, he told us he was very happy. If my parents had not supported me, I wouldn't have the level of English I have now. Gail asked me what advice I have for parents who want their kids to speak English. Parents have to be involved. Please make time every day for your kids to watch videos in English. Make time in the morning like my mom did. Even though she worked and was very busy, she made sure we watched English videos. Also, my mom always played English music whenever we were going somewhere in the car. The important thing was my mom was consistent. She had us do something in English every day. A once a week lesson is not enough. English takes thousands of hours. And even when your kids don't want to do English, don't worry and don't give up. In the future, they will be grateful to you. I'm very happy my mom didn't let me quit English. Parents have to understand mastering English speaking skills is like putting together a million-piece puzzle. Anybody can do it, but it is very time-consuming. If your kids keep putting the English puzzle together, in other words, keep practicing, they will eventually become English speakers. So please support them. In the last few years, I have been using Gail's new system called Speak Workout. At first, I thought the grammar patterns were too easy for me. But when I tried doing the drills, I realized that I still couldn't use basic grammar fluently. I needed more practice. When I do the drills, I actually feel my brain is being exercised, just like how my body feels when I do physical exercises. Tired, but definitely developing big English speaking muscles. When I use speak workout, I'm completely speaking and thinking in English 100%. There is no time for translating. When I finish the workout, I feel a sense of accomplishment because my speaking skills are growing. I don't get the same feeling when I use traditional English textbooks or even when I watch English YouTube videos. Gail asks everyone this question. If I were the boss of all English education in Japan, what would I do? I would introduce English speaking in kindergarten. The kids would have English conversation class every day for at least an hour, and the native speaking English teacher should stay at the kindergarten and interact with the kids all day. In elementary school, the curriculum should focus on giving students a lot of speaking practice in core grammar patterns. By the time they finish elementary schools, kids should be fluent in basic English conversation skills. In junior high and high school, I think Gail's speak workout testing system would be great. The system makes students think in English and students have to use English to explain things. The teachers must be from English-speaking countries. There is no need for a Japanese teacher to explain English grammar in Japanese. If students really love to learn English grammar, they can get a book at a bookstore. I haven't decided yet what kind of education would be best in college and after college. I'm still thinking. So, in conclusion, the most important thing I want to say is to parents. Never let your kids give up on learning English even when they hate it. In the future, they will understand how valuable this skill is. They will be grateful to you if you don't let them quit. Challenge yourself and don't give up on English. Bye.